$10,000 blazer in there. Not a suit. You don't get a pocket square or tie pin. The blazer was $10,075.
You wouldn't grab one?
No, man. I thought it was 1,000. I was like, there's too many numbers on this shit. I was like, is this the change on this motherfucker? Like, it's 10,000.
You was hoping the zeros was behind the decimal.
Nah, so you know I got certain type of taste, so it's certain shit that I'm drawn to. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, that shit is fire right there. Yeah. I went over and was like, yo, this shit, to touch this shit was like, that type shit. You know what I mean? I looked at the price tag and was like,
certain shit you drawn to. Right. They saw you coming, man. You bought the boots.
They didn't. Oh, I did.
Bought the $1 million boots.
Has nothing to do with my boots, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying, son? These are the $1 million I paid.
I never said that. They not $1 million boots, man.
Shout out in the chat if you got a brother with $1 million boots.
Nobody. I don't own $1 million boots, man. You trying to say my boots are whack? Is that what you saying? No, they whack?
No, I would never say that.
Oh no, you gotta see my other joints though, son. I got some crocodile joints with the big blocks. I got the big block joints. They call Monster Crocs. I gotta feed them shits on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Keep them in a cage.
Oh God, that's bullshit, nigga. Oh my God, here we go.
I ain't bullshitting, son. This shit is fire.
I'm trying to think where to start.
You see, you got jokes. You'll see them shits and be like, son, that is really like
they like the real gators.
They're a real,
like you got his mouth on your toes and shit.
No, like the tail with the shit with, you know, it's called hornbacks. Look that up, a hornback.
Hornback?
Look it up.
Shout out in the chat if you got hornback gators.
Shout out in the chat if you got hornback. Right? Goddamn right. It's your brother, son.
Oh, shit. We about to pilot this ship.
Let's do it.
We live, y'all. Mic check.
1, 2.
All right, here we go. We got a show for y'all. I swear to God, I'll put something together, and I'm not going to just stand here and talk and cuss. And I'm not going to cuss. My 3 N-word rule is back in effect. I'm here. Son, I did good the last few shows.
No, you didn't.
I've been excellent.
Son, you was cussing. I want to say you were attempting to not.
I'm not attempting. This is an actual.
Come on, man.
This happened. This is real stuff. All right, yo, we got a lot of stuff today, man. Yo, you heard about Godfrey's beef with Corey Holcomb?
I did.
Right, you know they having something. If you don't know about it already, Godfrey and Corey Holcomb, they're sort of they in sort of a little bit having.
Oh, you got to go back a little bit. Pardon me, I don't mean to cut you off. You know they were cool. Godfrey and Corey, they both come out of Chicago.
Right. They both come out of Chicago. Yes, actually, Godfrey says that he's the person that first brought Corey around, that first brought him to his first open mic. We introduced him to the comedy game. But currently, they've been having problems, and you know, Corey took some shots at Godfrey. Godfrey took some shots at Corey. Corey called him gay, as usual, and they even had a situation where they were able to meet one another on the phone. And they had a little bit of back and forth. And just now, in Godfrey's most recent podcast, he addressed how he's not even exactly sure how the beef started. Right. He doesn't personally have a beef at all. And he did a hilarious impression of Corey. It's
yeah,
great.
But Corey don't have no problem with sparking it with nobody. He ain't got no. He'll go at anybody.
Oh, that's part of what he
friend
does.
And foe. He don't care.
Yeah.
He shit started.
Yeah, it's an interesting quality. But anyway, here we go. The title of this video is this coming directly. We're reacting directly from Godfrey and his channel. And Godfrey, we trust. Yeah, shout out to Godfrey. I actually met him one time at the Comedy Factory. He probably remember me, but you know that's what's up, brother. Everybody, please, let's bring in. I almost started announcing for the like I was hosting and shit. All right, the title of this video is Godfrey responds to Corey Holcomb. There's no hate here, none whatsoever. All right, here we go. Oh shit, you got the sound. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad.
No, we in there.
I'm still changing.
Come on in, man. We waiting on y'all, man.
I'm still changing hats. I'm still changing hats.
You wear many hats, son.
I wear many hats, but it's weird to go from performer to
engineer.
Yeah, to engineer. I had a brain fart. I was about to announce the video. I thought I was announcing someone on stage as if I was hosting.
Right, because
you know how you start to drive home from school. School or
they
work
don't know
or
that
something.
you host shows though.
Right. I host shows and performing shows and all that stuff. But just for a minute, for a half a second, I was trying to bring up Godfrey, right, and introduce his podcast to the podcast, and I started like I was bringing somebody to stage.
Man,
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're gonna do it again. Yeah. All right, the title of this video is Godfrey responds to Corey Holcomb. There's no hate here. There's no hate at all.
That's what's up.
Play the fuck out, man. Everybody keeps coming to me and they're saying, man, what's up with your boy Corey? What's up with your boy Corey? I go, what now? What the fuck now? I was like, I didn't do anything, yo. I didn't do anything. His podcast is happening right now as we speak.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything to him. I don't know what exactly I said the last time I talked about the situation where they showed a video of him, people leaving while he was up there.
Yeah.
I said that's they could have.
See, and Corey didn't like anybody responding to that.
Right. Well,
don't even talk about that. Don't bring that up.
Hey, baby, it's what it is. It happens. You're in the comedy business.
Right. And we know, nobody ever said Corey wasn't funny.
Right. No, nobody ever said that.
Even the people who were showing the video, I think even the people who were like, gloating, I don't think they were saying he wasn't funny. They were just saying,
people walked out of the show.
You got yours that night or whatever. You know what I mean? But all right, here we go.
Could have been a section of a theater that just looked like people were going to the bathroom.
You defended him. You and Dante both defended him. He was like, comedy's hard. It's subjective. It could have been out of context. We all have bad sets.
It could have been like people just going to the bathroom or people being, not necessarily leaving because he was up there.
Yeah.
And I said, he's funny as fuck. I said, shit like that can happen to anybody. And I don't know where I dogged him out. I don't know where.
You didn't. I did, but you didn't.
You snapped on him.
That's his new co-host. What you think?
Who is co-host?
Right.
I think he probably an openly gay man.
Thanks, man. We live, man. Thanks for
this. My bad. I mean, that's my opinion, son.
All right, good.
Which is fine. You have every right to do whatever you feel. I said my piece, and you said your piece as a gay man. What did you say the last time?
The same thing I said is what I said in the comments is what I've always said is, I think Corey Holcomb's funny. I've never met him. I think he's funny.
Right.
What I don't understand is why a 56-year-old man is so obsessed with people.
Why he stretch his words out like that? I understand.
He got to groan. He got to groan. That's part of the thing. They got to groan.
I don't know. You have to groan?
He's a groaner.
I don't understand. I mean, my bad.
Let that man groan for the rainbow. Let the man groan. He groaning.
People sexuality. He always attributes for black men specifically, he always attributes their success to being down low. He said you were gay. He said Dante was gay. He said Will Smith was gay. He said Shannon Sharp was gay. He said Lil Rel was gay. He said he done called every nigga gay.
So you can't ever be successful.
And if you are successful, you're gay.
You got it in the ass.
And it's like, bro, are we 11? Like, what the fuck? And then he goes around, he's like, yo, Godfrey got a gay host. That might mean he's gay. Are we 6 years old? You can have gay friends without being gay. That's stupid. So that's the point that I made. And then I
mean, that's what he said, son. I mean, my bad.
You can't get over this nigga.
I'm not shooting at the dude. I'm just saying that's how he speaks.
He trying to have an intelligent conversation, but he can't pull it back.
I guess I don't know.
It's an accent.
It's not. It's not, man. It's not a.
It's the accent from his land, from his community. They live in a community that has an accent.
Right.
That's his community accent.
I ain't gonna say that.
Like if you're from Cleveland
not everything is funny. I'm not gonna say anything.
Right.
Else. We're listening. We're listening to the brothers.
We're listening.
Man.
We're not judging.
The question is this? Does it something to Godfrey by having a gay co-host?
I don't think that's the question. I think the question is, is it something to Corey that everybody gay?
True, possibly.
You gotta think of how much time you spend thinking about that.
True. I mean, is it some truth? Is it some merit to what he's saying, or is he lying?
Okay. What I'm saying is, there's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah,
okay, let's say right now Corey decided to start calling Godfrey gay because he got a gay co-host.
Right.
That would make sense, right? No, I mean that's not shot at nobody or whatever. It's just say, oh, you got that gay co-host. If you felt that way, I'm not calling it a diss. I'm not saying none of that.
Right.
I'm just saying that will make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you just pick somebody, everybody
is from that community.
then it's weird. Then who's thinking about it? Them or you?
Right, all the time.
Every show, all the time. That's what I'm saying. It's a little weird. I think that's the point he's trying to make. And it's interesting that
Or is he calling out particular people? Is he calling out? Is he getting into specifics?
He said if you did three or more movies,
you a boy. My bad.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's said. Everybody, everybody who more. He's saying everybody that's more successful than me is gay. That's basically what you said.
Basically. Well, he ain't got no. Corey did a movie or two.
He's saying everybody that's more successful than me is gay.
He do another movie.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
He do one more, he fall over to
right. And if he didn't, then his theory is wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey man, that's his opinion.
I'm not. Listen, and I think he's really gay. No, but I think he.
Who, that dude right there?
No, the nigga just said he was gay.
All right. Well, in Soul Plane, Godfrey played, his character name was Gay Man. He was played an African character, remember? So he did.
I never watched Soul Plane.
You never watched? Anybody tell us?
I just couldn't. Every time I started, I was
ask it. Tell in the chat. Do y'all remember the movie Soul Plane with Kevin Hart? It was a lot of characters. It was a lot of it was a couple of hitters in there.
I mean, maybe it's true. And if
Godfrey's character's name was Gay Man.
Let's say this. Let's say everybody who did do 3 movies or more is gay.
Okay.
Let's say they all did. How much of your day do you spend thinking about that?
He a comedian.
That's like an amazing fact.
I don't know if it's amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
He a comedian.
If that's true, that's an amazing fact. That's like if I had one amazing fact that I always kept thinking about every day.
That wouldn't be
Did
it.
you know
There's other things I think about.
Do you know the platypuses that also have venom?
No, I'm thinking more like.
And then every day that's amazing.
Is it a higher credit score than 850?
Right, or whatever. Let's just say if everything you did. But no, that's even if you were obsessed with that would be like, oh, that's a little weird. Like, okay, he only got credit score 850 jokes.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's a thing to, if that's true, that's crazy. But
I'm not standing up or in Corey's defense. I'm not saying anything, but he does say a lot, man. I'm out here in LA and I'm in these communities.
Okay,
I see
we heard
people.
you, nigga.
That's his thing, man. I mean, that's his.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's what it is.
All right. Anyway, well, let's finish. But go ahead with this.
All right.
But on his podcast, I was listening. He was like, "Man, I can't be around any gay people." I'm like, "Why, nigga? You scared you gonna turn gay? Because if you could turn gay, nigga, you're gay. Like if you're able."
Facts. Facts. You can't catch it, nigga. You catch it, you already got it. What a disease.
Let it rock me.
To turn gay, it's because you're gay.
Right.
So I just don't understand why he's so obsessed with homosexuality. I just really, really would like to know why a 56-year-old man is that obsessed with homosexuality.
And then I think he was talking about my comedy isn't that great. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm not in competition with you.
Yeah.
First of all, any comic that talks about my comedy, I don't give a fuck about you. I really don't give a flying fuck about you. And
algorithm down, Godfrey. We try not to cuss.
a lot of
Son, Godfrey funny. I've seen Godfrey live, man. Brother's funny, man. Shout out to him, man. Brothers, yeah, he funny brother, man.
We was on the show. He don't remember me. We was on the same show at the Comedy Factory one night.
Okay.
And he chilled in the back. He told a bunch of stories.
You never know. He might remember you, son.
I mean, he made fun of my name.
Right.
Yeah, but good dude as far as I could tell, and also very, 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 very funny.
Yes, sir.
A craftsman.
No
wordsmith. Yeah. He did what he does.
Impressions and all that.
And he not worried about
Nah.
doing what other people do, you know?
Because I don't even respect your shit in any way.
Yeah.
So I don't care. I'm not in competition with nobody. I don't even want to be on a flyer with you.
Yeah.
I don't be on those flyer shows because I don't. And this is not there's a lot of good guys I know in comedy and women I go, but most of you motherfuckers, I'm not in competition with you. I don't give a fuck what you think about my I really don't.
Because they're not buying tickets.
You're not buying tickets. Listen, we've been in the game long enough where people come to see who they like.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers that come to see Chappelle, see Chappelle. People that see Cat, see Cat. People that see Earthquake, see Earthquake. People that see Burr, see Burr. People that see Sam Morril, see Sam Morril. People that come to see Taylor Tomlinson, come see Taylor Tomlinson.
Yeah.
People come to see who the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Period, man. Nothing you say is going to affect my motherfucking ticket sales. No. Nothing you do. Yeah. Nothing you do. I don't give a fuck if you don't like my comedy. Please. You know, and the person that doesn't like.
What's your take on that, son? Quick synopsis. As being a comedian,
I be caring.
You what? You what?
I be caring. I'm sorry.
You be caring, son. You care what they
caring.
think, son?
I mean, it's not gonna affect my movement.
I don't care what they think.
It's not gonna affect my movement. It's not gonna affect my movement. But I care in a way like I want respect for my peers and I want to do a good job.
Respect.
Not care in a way that it's gonna prevent me from doing it or somebody not liking me is gonna hurt my. No. No, I feel like I'm failing at my job. But if it's people that if I'm making somebody laugh, I'm doing my job.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mean just make one, but if I'm making this group, you know what I'm saying? If it's genuinely, I understand comedy is subjective and all that stuff. And so I don't care in that way, like, oh, I don't like you. I don't think you're funny. That's cool. But I care meaning the people that do think I'm funny. Those are the ones I care about.
Respect.
And if you think I'm funny and I'm failing, I care.
Yeah. No doubt.
You understand what I'm saying? All right, here we go.
My comedy, I may like their comedy. I don't care if
Comedy's
you don't like mine.
subjective.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
I like your shit. You don't have to like mine.
Yeah.
I don't write my comedy thinking about you if you like my shit.
Yeah.
I really do not give a fuck because I know my style of comedy. Yeah. I'm a different motherfucking animal, sir. That's what the fuck. Straight up. My voice game, my physical game, all of that shit. Intelligence-wise, I'm very proud of what I've created in my lane. You know, when people say they're the kings of comedy, I'm the king of my comedy. I'm not trying to be the king of, I don't give a.
That's real shit. Now, that I do agree with. You always trying to beat yourself. Don't worry about everybody else. It's a lot of stuff going on. People doing a lot of stuff. Yeah, you'll never be able to beat everybody else. And you can't beat everybody else until you beat yourself. That's facts.
Fuck about any of that shit. That's all I know is the people that come and see me leave going, that was dope. That's it. And they can be the same people that like Corey.
Yeah.
They can be the same
And
people
they come
that like,
back over and over.
Yeah, they like great comics.
Yeah.
And I compliment there's comedians that may not like my style, but I compliment the people I like.
Yeah.
For me, that make me laugh. I don't give a fuck. Paul Mooney could have said, nigga, I don't like your comedy. I never laughed. But I laugh at Paul Mooney. That's okay, though. It's all right.
Comedy's subjective.
But sometimes people will take that they don't like your comedy and then don't like you as a person.
Yeah.
Because that's how it feels. That's how it feels. Because comedy is such a personal thing. And with comedy, you have nothing else but yourself to do your art. You know what I'm saying? And your art is your personality.
No
so
doubt.
for someone to say they don't like it is basically, it feels like they're saying they don't like you. But that's not what they mean.
But what's the flip to that? What if you like the person's comedy but don't like the person themselves? That's my thing.
That's common.
Right. Like Corey Holcomb. I'm not a fan of Corey Holcomb the person. I think he's hilarious. I think he's a great comedian.
But you don't like some of the movies
I don't bump with Corey at all. Yeah, I've seen him do some foul shit. I've seen him do some real suspect shit. So, you know.
They'll do both of those things. You know what I'm saying? And I think Tony Baker was like him and
you know Tony Baker?
Yeah, do the animals.
Animals?
Yeah, he do the animals.
He be talking shit about animals.
No, he do the animal skits. He do like skits where the cats be fighting. He do like the
head talk stuff. Yeah, he do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that would be the first thing to come to you, in your mind, but okay.
Corey had a little thing because Tony said you're always getting caught up in bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm a Tony Baker fan.
I've never met him, but
Tony makes me laugh.
He's so funny.
And Tony don't have to like my shit.
Yeah.
Tony makes me laugh.
He's funny as fuck.
He's funny. We're all from Chicago.
I
and
know
Tony,
that.
he's like, you ever notice, man?
Those animal videos he
You
used
ever
to do?
notice when you're eating cereal, right? And you read the side of the box and you go, riboflavin. Is that why this tastes good? Tony Baker is
That's a good
awesome.
impersonation.
Godfrey funny, son. He nice with it. Yeah.
I know. It's like, I'm into that. You ever notice when you get on air?
That's a really good.
He's amazing. I fucking laugh, Mike.
He's so funny.
He doesn't have to like me. I love Tony Baker. I love watching his jokes.
But also, Tony had a point because Tony said he don't fuck with Corey because he's always in drama. That's what
what Corey said. I watched Corey's episode of that.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
And he has a point. Corey just proved his point. He's always in drama.
And my thing is, I thought that
You could be cool with him. He whatever.
Some people are that way. Some people that's just like a character flaw. Like that's just how they get down.
Hey, baby, it's what it is.
Corey was in drama because that's what he does. And I used to laugh at that shit.
Yeah.
When he would make fun of people who sucked.
Yeah.
I laughed. I was enjoying that shit.
I think he's funny.
I was like, yo,
But
that shit's hilarious. When he talks about celebrities, he talks about everybody. It makes me laugh.
It's funny, but what I think of the hypocrisy is, because I saw someone in the comments saying something like, some homophobic joke, which I don't give a fuck about that. But they had the audacity, they're like, yo, you sassy niggas gossiping. And I'm like, wait a second. Corey gossips more than anybody. Like, his podcast is essentially a gossip podcast. So,
Thoughts?
Yeah, it's got some merit. It's got some truth to it.
don't turn around and call me sassy for gossip.
Corey Zesty, he's sassy.
I'm not gonna put that on him. I ain't gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that the things that he's signifying and pointing out are, it's kind of hypocritical.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
That's all I'm saying.
Gossiping when the nigga you listen to every week gossips as well. So if gossiping is a gay trait, he gossips more than I do. So,
He did the neck roll.
He did the neck roll and he doing the couch curl. He doing the side sit couch curl.
Leave him alone, man.
He doing the first date teenage side couch.
girl. I don't know, man. All right, man. Leave him alone.
Watch a movie.
So, hey, you want to say what he said there, Mike? Is there a quote or something? He talked about me. We're not showing a video, are we?
This nigga drinking Kool-Aid.
Right. Some cool ass shit.
I just feel this is hustling backwards, I'm just like,
it's counterproductive.
and I'm not angry at Corey. I'm not angry at Corey. I don't hate him. I don't have a beef with him. He's making it up. It's not true. I don't have a beef. People are coming at.
That's a common thing on the internet.
What's that, sir?
One-sided beefs.
Yeah, we seen that.
Like one
with
person.
Vlad, Shannon Sharp.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Right. I don't even acknowledge you, man. Why? You're right. What?
Who you want beef with, son?
Nobody.
They don't know we exist.
Nope. Let them shoot at us first. Let's shoot at Taylor Swift.
Who you don't like?
Taylor Swift, because we want her following.
I don't got nothing against Taylor Swift though.
Sure, we can go at her, man. She messing up.
All right, fuck you, Taylor.
Chill.
For her fans will get you first.
Yes, they
They'll
will.
be outside.
Right.
Say, why don't you address it? I said, I'm addressing it neutrally because I didn't do anything. I was on your side. So,
Yeah.
but
That was one cuss. My bad.
the person who said something negative was me.
go. And it wasn't even.
And it wasn't even
though.
negative. I was just genuinely asking, why is he so obsessed with gay people? I don't even mean negative. I generally just would like an answer.
Go ahead.
Okay, so he refers to you as Mr. Gay Man, said you are never a headliner. Never.
To me,
Yes.
I was never a headliner.
That's what he said. You could never headline a tour, never.
Okay.
I mean, I think you sold more tickets than him.
Yeah, I do not agree, but
Yeah. Godfrey headlines.
he don't care.
I don't know. I don't care. Go ahead.
See, he don't care.
Sure you do.
I was never a headliner. What else?
So when you pass on information from homosexual hype and the little homosexual man that's by you, I declare that war. Not like war, like I have to go, but I'm saying I can't with you for real no more. It's like that same smile you give me. I've been knowing you since Chicago when you pulled that Nigerian rank on your little brother. Because in Nigeria, I guess, or in their culture, the older brother can say, what you doing around them? I don't want you around them. And the younger brother has to listen to the older brother, right? He has rank.
What? I think he was referring to you being Nigerian. You pulled like the big brother card on him back when y'all started. That's what he was
That
saying.
doesn't make any sense.
I don't fucking know.
What? I don't get that. What?
What does that sound like?
No, it sound like hate.
I mean, I don't know. He said he try to treat him like a little brother, like a little nigga.
Godfrey?
I brought him to amateur night. He can't. There's nothing he could do about that. You asked me. I want to do comedy. You were working with my brother, and I came to see my brother on his shift. And you were like, "Man, I've been wanting to do comedy, but I'm scared." I brought you, and I introduced you to Damon Williams. Brought you on a Wednesday. I brought you to the game. I don't care what you say. I brought you to the game. And if you feel you're better than I don't care. I'm not in competition with you.
Yeah.
I can't headline a tour. Where did that come from? I don't know.
This sound like some Cameron Jim Jones shit.
Right.
Yeah, this
Some hatred.
Yeah, some hatred.
But once again, like you said, that's how Corey is with everybody.
Everybody.
It ain't just Godfrey. This ain't the first one. It ain't gonna be the last one.
Yeah, no.
Where that came from?
I don't know either because you've
I
been
don't know where
headlining
that
for like
came
10
from.
years.
What is it?
I said you've been headlining for like
More than 10 years.
Yeah, you've been
I was
headlining
like,
forever.
I don't get that. I'm really honestly not understanding. Now it's like my ability to make money. All right, whatever. I have nothing to say. I don't get it. Go ahead.
Y'all don't know that man. I know that man. I tolerated that man for years. I put a check on that. I'm done with it. I'm not mad. I'm cool on you. You smiling off the side. You sideways hating. That's what I'm about. Once
I love how
You sideways hating.
you're reading this. It's so funny.
Well, I mean,
I'm
cool
So you
on
read
you.
it like a white
You
man.
smiling off the side. You sideways hating. That's what I'm about. Once
I love how you're reading this. It's so funny.
Well, I mean,
I love it. I'm cool on you. All good.
You are reading it very white.
I love it. No, read it white. No,
because
I don't.
every other word is the
No,
N-word.
no,
I have
go
to
ahead,
be
go ahead.
very
You-
careful not
Honestly,
to
though,
say
if you was reading it black, I'd be offended. So I'm
Want
glad.
me to imitate Corey and do it?
Sure.
Read Corey Holcomb's
Yeah.
wild.
Especially the nigga gay man.
Oh, that's good.
Especially the nigga gay man.
You're never a headliner to a nigga. Never. You not that kind of nigga. So when you pass on information
This is really good.
from homosexual type and the little homosexual man that's by you, I declare that war, nigga. I'm just saying, listen, I'm just saying. Not war like we have to go, nigga, But I'm just saying, I can't fuck with you. For real no more. It's like that same smile you give me. I've been knowing you since Chicago. When you fucking pulled that Nigerian race shit on your little brother. Cause in Nigeria, I guess, or in that culture, the older brother can say, yo, what you doing around there? I don't want you around them. And the younger brother has to listen to the older brother, right? He has rank.
Oh, that's
Y'all niggas.
Yo, niggas been clapping back at Corey lately.
Yeah.
People been clapping back. Donnell Rawlins got him.
Yeah.
Godfrey got him.
Nah, Donald
You trying to pull rank.
Yeah.
Niggas don't know that man. I know that man. I tolerated that nigga for years. For years. I put a check on that nigga. I'm done with it. I'm not mad. I'm just like, cool. I'm cool on you. You smiling off on the side. You always hating. That's what I'm about. Once I declare you a fuck nigga, how you gonna change that in my mind? It ain't worth talking no more. I've declared you a fuck nigga now. Unless you can fucking come with some evidence where I totally misunderstood what you were saying, but that ain't what happened. It's a long ass paragraph.
And you know when they spoke on the phone, Godfrey, like, Corey tried to say that Godfrey was living with a gay dude or something like that.
Yeah. I heard that.
And
Interview.
Godfrey was like, what are you talking about? That never happened.
Yeah, like
He's like, but you told that story that one time. And then he was like, no, that's not, you misunderstood the story. You just made it gay.
right.
It was the story that he said I forgot how he said the story. I don't want to misquote him, but that goes back to what I'm saying. That nigga Corey spent a lot of, I'm just saying. He think about gay sex a lot. That's all I'm saying.
What?
If I declare you a fuck nigga, God damn it, you a fuck nigga in my eyes, and nobody that's a fuck nigga. What? And wait, and nobody who fuck with me. I ain't saying you gotta be mad at a nigga, but understand Corey think that's a fuck nigga. Wow. When it's laid on paper, I'm like, what is this? So I gotta be careful around this nigga. Cause nigga, I fuck with Corey. So I can't just be on both sides. What? First of all, he doesn't have to worry about being around me. I'm not around him Barely. I barely see Corey ever.
He lives in LA. You live in New York.
Even when I'm in LA, I just barely see him.
Yeah.
So I don't. If he thinks I'm all right. I don't know. Hey, man. I'm not going to try and prove any evidence because the evidence was already there. I'm not trying to prove anything. If you feel you don't want to talk, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
I'm
The
not
evidence
mad at
is
you.
in the podcast. You
I'm
can
not.
go back and watch the episodes.
We're too old for that. I'm not fighting. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
I don't even have to do. We don't ever have to meet. I don't do shows where you're around. I don't.
And that's how I feel about negative people too. Like I don't
Keep that energy over there.
I don't understand how people will risk their lives to try to punish an enemy. You understand what I'm saying?
It's called revenge.
Someone said something
It's
or
revenge. They're trying to get back.
Someone, you know, that you feel is wrong. The best revenge is getting better.
No doubt.
It's always been to get better. That's the obvious. Nothing hurt them more.
Right.
Because
They
life
see
got
you shine. They see you shining.
Exactly.
Baby.
Because life got ups and downs. You better believe it. You keep heading up. You gonna encounter somebody that did you wrong with a downtime, and they gonna be like, damn,
No doubt.
that's gonna hurt. But anyway, go ahead, guys.
Care, but I still think you funny as hell. I'm not mad at you. I just don't understand where it's coming from. It's made up because there's proof. I have not dogged you at all.
Never.
But I will imitate you, Corey, because I imitate. All right? Hold on. Here we go. If a nigga love you, is into it with another nigga you love, you supposed to be like, man, homie, y'all niggas tripping. Is there something we could do about it, right? Ain't nothing we could do about it, right? So I'm just gonna walk thinly because y'all, cause I fuck with you. I fuck with you. But don't act like you fuck with both of us when you don't fuck with both of us.
All you need is a hat.
Some of you niggas just want to be everybody's friend. Nah, fuck that.
That sound like
I'm
something
not
Corey said.
everybody's.
Oh yeah,
That sound like something. I'm telling you, I used to watch his show religiously every week. I used to watch his his podcast drop every Tuesday evening, Wednesday morning. I'd be on the truck. I'd be checking it out on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just stopped completely, man.
Why you don't fuck with it no more?
Put a sour taste in my mouth, man. I seen him do some foul shit, man. I didn't like the joint that went down with him and Zoe Williams. Shout out to Zoe Williams.
All right. Shout out.
I definitely ain't like the joint that went down with him and Ray Grady. Ray Grady is another comedian that come out of Chicago. Just made you shoot. It's one thing if you shooting at people you don't know. If these cats are supposed to be his man. These supposed to be like his people. He'd go on and just be niggas out for nothing, man. And I don't like that, man. Stephen A., I'm telling you, I told you this conversation before. If anybody watched Corey Holcomb and watched Stephen A., he used to talk cold cash crap.
Right, good job.
About Stephen A., man. I see him, man. I'm gonna whip his ass on site. I'm gonna slap him in the mouth, this, that, and the third.
Like physical, like he
Physical on site. I see Stephen A. He a coon.
I don't think he said it. He said it like he was
yo,
gonna put his hands on him.
He said he was gonna put his hands on Stephen A. Smith as soon as he see him. Stephen A. caught up with him one day at a restaurant.
Stephen A. rolled up that headline
and pushed up on him.
You saw that headline live?
What up, Corey? And he took pictures with him. All that stuff he was talking when he started Stephen A., he copped the deuce. So come on, man. All that tough Tony. Nobody want to hear that, man. You're a comic. You're a comedian. Stick to the comedy, man. Don't all that rah. Don't whatever. So again, do I think he's funny? Absolutely. As a person, as an individual, you can keep that, man. He a snake.
All right. Okay.
Friend, homie. It's some niggas out here, I go the other way when I see them. Because I don't really want to even smile with them niggas. Because I know me. This is why I be by myself a lot. Because I ain't going to get into it. Next thing you know, nigga in court talking. About because how it go. That's how it go. This is the court hustle. We live in America. Niggas think Corey Holcomb is a lick.
That sound like him.
Corey Holcomb is not a lick. Please tell somebody you know who might be thinking Corey Holcomb a lick. Look me up. I'm in debt. Corey Holcomb is in debt. So if you think this a lick, it ain't a lick.
What is a lick?
Why he
Cause y'all think you gotta stretch it longer.
No, why?
I'm a lick.
Why his co-host asked what's a lick?
You know the lick is, nigga.
You know why
Put
he
your knees balled up on the couch.
What is him, Nick? Like he interested. I mean, it's cool, man. Okay.
All right, so that's what's going on. If you want to see the whole video in its totality without us talking the talk over it, you can find it here. Oh, and Godfrey responds to Corey Holcomb. That's just an excerpt from his In Godfrey We Trust podcast.
We just doing a reaction.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. What else we got going on out here?
What you got, son?
That was sort of their thing on. Oh, nigga, did you see the?
Did I see what?
The Lululemon twerking girls for justice.
No, for justice.
All right, let me first. I'm gonna show you. Okay, so Lululemon maybe
the athletic brand.
Yeah, athletic brand that they make in China.
They making in China.
They make everything in China.
I thought they made it in Tennessee.
You know that. You know they make everything in China.
Yeah. Well, what you saw? Go back, son. I want to see Lululemon. They be having them tights,
son.
They make men's clothes now.
Son,
they got men.
Give me 1 second, son. This shit gonna be crazy, son.
I'm put my glasses on. They gonna be twerking.
They gonna be twerking. I swear to God. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry, chat. You gotta look at our faces and stuff in the meantime. Anyway, what's up? What's up?
What's good?
What's up? What's up? We gonna be here for a little while. But nigga, son. So Lululemon, basically, they was like, yo, we don't fuck with you niggas.
What? Are you serious?
I swear to God. They was like,
there go right there, Lululemon.
They was like, we don't fuck with you niggas, and we don't want y'all niggas wearing our shit. The same thing that remember Van Grack and Timberland said back in the day.
Yes, they did.
Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah.
We sick.
Yeah,
how many times do we have to say?
Right, we don't make this for your kind.
For your kind. Now I don't know if that's
use. We don't make that for use.
I don't know if that was his actual wording. Right. But the CEO basically said. I'm sorry for a second. Algorithm down.
Athletic apparel company.
All right, so I don't know if that's his actual word. Right. All right, I'm gonna change it back.
Diversity. Oh man, so I can see what happens.
All right, so listen, I don't know if that was his actual wording, but their CEO was just like, yo, we make our stuff for a particular
white women.
He ain't say that. He just said it for a particular type of person.
If you got big booty, this ain't for you.
Come on, man. They're not cut appropriate for you. Say your black ass is out of our spot.
Chill, man. I want to see, man. They twerking.
They put a whites only sign in the Lululemon.
They did not. Don't
all right, but let me say this is the first part, but there was some clap back behind this. All right, here we go. This is the first part. This part of the video, it's gonna be like a double reaction. It'll be more than a reaction video if you see it when you see it in your regular timeline when I chop it. But anyway,
we're gonna let it rock.
Right, we're gonna let it rock. All right, so this first part is the Lululemon founder Chip Wilson faces backlash over diversity and inclusion rant. So these are the things that he said, and then I'm gonna show you what they did.
Right. Lululemon is distancing itself, or trying to right now, from its founder Chip Wilson after controversial comments he made about the company's diversity strategy. Take a listen.
I think through this whole diversity and inclusion thing that they've trying to become like the Gap, everything to everybody. And I think just the definition of a brand is that you're not everything to everybody. You've got to be clear that you don't want certain customers coming in.
Scallywags. They call skip scabs.
So what if we meant fat girls? What do you mean? I don't want no big girls. He could have meant anything. He don't like Chinese. He's like, look, no
very vague explanation.
No squinting in my jeans, nigga. I'm in my pants. Whatever.
What?
Whatever it is, how do you know? He's being vague. He left it at that.
Yes.
Anyway, you know my people. We'll finish
your people. Yes, your people. Yours.
Easily offended, baby.
Don't take a lot. Temperamental ass.
Hard to shame.
To be clear, you don't want.
Right, shout out Stacey Glory, Randall Robinson.
That's what's up.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? What's up?
Certain customers coming in. I've never heard a business person speak that way. That's interesting to say the least. Wilson also criticized the people used in the company's ads, calling them unhealthy and sickly. Now this.
What? Sickly? I've heard that in a long time. You looking sickly?
Sickly.
They got
calling them.
So you're saying that you don't want you too skinny neither? Let's see.
Unhealthy and sickly.
Oh, who did they call?
Unhealthy. Wilson also criticized the people used in the company's ads, calling them unhealthy and sickly. Now, this is not the first time that Wilson has gotten some backlash for controversial comments. He resigned as CEO more than a decade ago, after he said, quote, some women's bodies don't actually work for the yoke.
What?
God damn. Some of y'all ain't built for this.
This ain't for everybody.
Yeah, your frame don't belong in these.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This don't.
If your back is this wide, that's not.
They cold blooded, son.
It's not nice, man.
They cold blooded. I don't think it's nice either.
Inclusion, son. Everybody. It's nothing wrong. It's attire. It's just clothes.
It depends on how you built. They spandex. Nigga, what are you talking about?
If your bra got 9 hooks on the back, you shouldn't be.
What's the hook? Oh, you mean the up and downs?
Yeah.
Pants. He left the company board completely several years ago, back in 2015.
So, in response to these latest comments that have gone viral, Lululemon said in a statement, quote, Chip Wilson does not speak for Lululemon.
Yes, he does. He the boss.
They copped the deuce. He was like, yo, he don't represent.
Chip Wilson, we don't.
Yeah, Chip.
Chip
see
who?
You, baby.
Chip like, man.
We ain't never seen him.
Chip the back like, no, he don't. No, they don't. They don't speak for me.
Comments do not reflect our
these hoes ain't
company views or beliefs. It is a very different company today than when he left. Founder of Sticky Branding, Jeremy Miller, joins us now. Jeremy is a globally recognized marketer.
So Jeremy come out to apologize. He like, look, I'm sorry, y'all.
The lady in the green dress, she could do Lululemon. We had to see her whole frame, though. We had to see her whole, you know what I mean?
You know, I ain't like you. I like a lady.
Of course you do.
I like girl meat.
Yeah, you like them chunky.
I like girl meat.
Chunky monkey.
Not always. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Marketing consultant, branding expert, and best-selling author. Jeremy, welcome to the show.
And this situation is a little sticky.
It is a little sticky.
So you're a good guest to have on, my friend.
Exactly. Wilson, as we know, is just no stranger to controversy. I mean, those are just two things, I'm sure, of a long, long list of things he has said in the past. From a business perspective, though, what impact do comments like these have on a business? It's not.
All right, well, fuck all that. Oh man, that's the second cuss a day. I'm sorry, but anyway, so y'all see what happened. That's the whole controversy. Don't come down here. We don't want y'all around here. Anyway,
these hoes
just recently,
they go into Lululemon.
And they had enough.
Son, I knew you would find something like that.
Only
you, son.
That's son, because I be in the internet street, son. I know what's going on.
We know you
son.
Be in the internet street, son. Just all right, let it spin, man. Let's see what
ladies. I don't think we can play the music on it.
Is it music?
I think so.
Hey, turn the volume down. Okay. Okay.
They had the protest.
that is the protest. That's the Martin Luther King version. That's the 2025 Martin Luther King version of it.
Right. This is Martin Luther King. Hey, because it's a song. It's a song. Girl came out with a song talking about Lululemon or whatever. Lululemon. So they all went out. They ran out.
I don't.
They ran out.
You don't want my.
Look at Shorty in the brown. That's a fake butt, dog. Yo, I feel sorry. Yo, I'm sorry for the young guys out there that can't recognize a real soft butt. A soft butt used to be like a jiggly,
right.
a real big booty.
I know what a soft butt is like.
Yeah, like that used to be. That used to be a thing, nigga. Now everything. Nobody don't got no belly buttons.
Stiff.
Everybody but because they
ain't got no navel.
They pull that shit get smoothed out with the BBL. Everybody got the BBLs now.
I guess so.
And you don't even know a real butt when you see it. They normally come accompanied with little boobies.
You can
turn the music back. You can turn the sound back up there.
Somebody called police on him or something?
Turn the sound, nigga. You don't.
I just did.
She had the wide one. That wasn't the BBL.
No.
She got the square one.
And she ain't got no ass in the white.
Yeah, ain't no wrong with having.
She got a SpongeBob square ass.
I'll take a no booty over the fake one.
Oh, no doubt.
One, that hard butt.
All day.
So she was too old for that?
She's too old for that.
She was probably young. She just got that look. See the white folks in the back.
Goddamn buffoonery at it.
Well, honey.
Today, you told me about it. I've seen it. It's a.
I don't know if they protesting. We're not going to jump and say shit. They could just be shooting a video, just making content. I mean, it's still.
And they all wearing Lululemon. Are they stealing? That's next.
No,
they run out the store.
That's what. Maybe Lululemon just happy they're not stealing it.
Right.
Just let them dance.
Right. Just let them do what they do. Just as long as they don't cuff the shit.
Once they put that
Nice
shit
show,
back.
man. I hope that's not the case, man.
No, we're not saying that. We're not saying that. Let's see him dance.
Put some Lulu on his butt. Put some Lulu on his butt.
That's they call it the Lulu. Some Lulu.
I don't, son. I'm a
just saying.
dinosaur. I don't
She said she's gonna put that Lulu on his butt.
Hmm.
Hold on. Well, that's wrong. That's not. It's not supposed to go like that. I gotta keep stopping it every so often, y'all, for the copyright on 1977.
Yeah.
Copyright.
That's what's up.
She had an enthusiastic twerk. Go. Oh, he was filming them.
Yes. What you thought he was filming? A shirt? Thought he was some stretch pants.
Thought he was shopping. He went.
No, he was filming them, and he told his lady, "I don't care what you think." I don't need to see no more of that shit. I'm thoroughly not impressed at all.
So, yo, you used to have to pay good money to see a woman go hard like this.
You don't have to go to the strip club no more.
That's why, and they be talking about the strip clubs falling off. Why? Who was?
When the summertime it get hot, they half naked. They doing this in the street. They doing this out in the street. You don't have to go to the street. You ain't got to throw no money in none of that. You already know what it is, man.
Right now, people used to, and people, and that's what's tripping me out when. That's why that whole sassy ass high value man conversations come around. I know how you feel, red pill and all that, but personally, I feel like women have to tank the value of pussy, nigga. That shit is
it's diminished.
Yeah. That's why niggas is running around asking, "What you bring to the table?" It used to was pussy, but now
it's gotta be more than that. Be something else. It
was hard to see. It wasn't. You couldn't just go anywhere. You couldn't just walk into your neighborhood Lululemon.
Yeah, we in a bad place, man.
A flash mob of
knucklehead whores. I mean, my bad.
I don't know. That don't mean we can't watch them dance though. That's not the whole video. Here we go.
Somebody say ill.
No, that's part of the song.
Oh, I thought somebody said ill.
They do a lot of.
But the ill.
They do a lot of.
We gotta put that meme in. But the ill.
Nah, they do a lot.
The Muslim
brother. They do a lot of growling, son.
Did not know they had male Lululemon.
Is any white women in that? You see any white women, Hispanic women in that crowd? Anybody?
Yeah, they were shopping. It was there trying on yoga pants, which I didn't know you could do. Can you try on yoga pants and put them back
and have a little cream in the front of them?
Man, I don't think
you cheese.
Did not know they had male Lululemon. Oh,
little horseradish.
Chill, man.
What the fuck?
White woman, just I don't know them. We're not together.
They still shopping.
I've never seen any.
I don't know them. I never met them.
But we didn't ride together.
We didn't ride together. I don't know these folks.
Right.
I'm sure they're nice folks. I'm sure they call them folks. I'm sure they're nice.
Yeah, them hoes will bank you.
Right. You better not say nothing. First of all,
they will jump on you. They are savages.
Stand against them in the middle of their protest.
And that's somebody. All of them probably got kids. All. That is not a.
No, not necessarily.
Shit. Most. Pardon me. Most of them got kids. I can almost bet money.
You think?
I bet my left testicle. Let me see. Somebody called police.
You think they bought anything? That's the worst part. You know that shit. You ain't buying nothing.
I'm about to do a Charleston White. Somebody call police.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get them authorities in here and get these. Right. They walk around like, what the? Why are they? Is something in the water?
She worked there.
Right.
She's so embarrassed. That's the worst. That's the worst. You trying to work. You like, God damn.
Right. This is 9 of these
Jesus Christ.
people.
Carlisha, is that you?
Spina bifida.
What the hell is you doing up here? Spina bifida. Ew. You ever seen somebody with that? That's kind of all right. No, shout out to Chad if you spina bifida. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry if you got a curly.
Shouting that out.
If you got a curly spine, I'm sorry.
Chill.
I ain't mean nothing. Can I show this? Is that
look like a stank?
she got a sweater
definitely
on?
like a swing.
Are they wearing Lulu? They were wearing Lululemon. They wearing it right now.
Son, I got my glasses on. I'm not sure, sir.
You don't have Lululemon kind of girls around you. Okay, I feel you. That's not the
man. I know this though. I'm like Lionel. I give them sight beyond sight. All of them is scallywags.
Right.
All of them.
But they trying to say, but they got on Lululemon and they, you know what I mean?
What?
I'm not sure if this approach that they seem like they enjoying it because they singing the song too.
I don't peg none of them having
This was
a high
presented to
IQ,
me.
man. And then on top of that, what are they? Where your parents at? Who? Where your father at?
They is parents.
God damn it, that's not.
They parents.
I said, where are their parents?
Oh, you mean who raised them?
Yeah, who raised right on the TK Kirk?
Right. Yeah.
Who raised you?
Yeah. I mean,
oh man,
some knuckle. The Luke girls. They was raised by the Luke girls. They was raised by our generation. We did this.
Oh, you blame us? Don't do that to me, man. My daughter got masters.
I'm not saying that. I'm
going
saying
back to the doctrine.
they were raised by the previous generation.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so on and so forth. So the last generation that let go of a lot of the traditional values, man.
What you think their daughter's gonna be like?
That's what I'm saying. I see.
What are they teaching their daughters?
Right. Because you know they went viral, so they kids.
Oh, that's
definitely
all that
see
matters.
it.
That's all. If they go viral, that's all that
Kids
matters.
gonna see it.
Yeah.
She a professional. She a script. Oh, God.
I got one. What if one of them was your? What if that was your lady? What was that? Your lady? That's your woman. Your queen.
I don't choose that type of person.
My dude.
That would never even. I wouldn't
choose
even.
nothing like that, man. You right. I feel sorry for these young brothers now.
I wouldn't.
Just say, baby, it's what it is.
Now I'm not gonna say never in my life. You know, I'm an old dog.
Yeah.
It's been nigga.
Yeah. Stop. I've seen some things.
It's a time in my life. Yeah, for sure. But I'm older and wiser now. But
right.
I'm telling this up.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
You know what you need to hear after that, son? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, Lord.
Right.
Here they come.
But for what though? They ain't exactly.
Still, man, y'all obstruction of justice. Y'all.
They should have it. They gotta have a little dancing.
Let's see. Destruction of prop. You got your feet kicked up on the goddamn thing over here. Just come through there with the billy clubs and just start.
No, that's not the answer.
No.
The answer is for them not to even want to
What's
do
the
that.
baton, the joint to slip out, like with the joint, the metal joint.
That's a blackjack, nigga.
Yeah, the black
the
come
long
through with the stick. Just
baton.
get your ass. All right, that's enough, man.
All right,
I've seen quite enough of that.
Enough of the
please.
skip scabs?
Yes.
Shout out to the skip scabs. If you was in
No,
them,
don't shout them out, man. Please.
Why come I like them?
From us, NWK TV, man. We not shouting you out, man. This is not cool.
We is shouting you out.
That ass. No, that's not.
Forget all that stuff I said. Don't listen to nothing that I said before that.
Don't, man.
I'm shouting that out.
That's
ow. They start growling like them.
Right.
They like me. I'm like, ow.
No, don't do that.
What's going on here?
So what's next?
All right, what else happened? What else happened?
I don't know.
Oh, yo, your boy. Okay, Steve Smith. He got the home record charge.
Hold on, man.
Because he did it to somebody. He did it to somebody.
Mike check. 1, 2.
Steve Smith did it to somebody's wife.
I heard something about
He did it to somebody's wife.
Football player, NFL Hall of Famer.
They're gonna lock him up because he did it to somebody's wife.
No, he's not getting locked up.
He did it to somebody's wife so hard he put him to jail.
God damn. He broke
NFL Hall of Fame.
What it's called? Sciatica.
Right. He put it on. He put it on it real bad.
We
So
don't know
so her
that,
husband was
man.
like, I'm gonna call police.
Damn. He heard the audio and was like,
So what a swaggy way to go to jail.
it's not a swaggy.
I'm saying,
Man, it's been that. I want to hear what happened.
sometimes they catch a nigga, know what I'm saying?
Chief analyst, Q&A, Panthers legend. He played for the Ravens too. Steve Smith Sr. sued for alleged affair.
All right, here we go.
Former Carolina Panthers wide receiver and current analyst Steve Smith Sr. is now facing a legal battle. It comes months after a man accused the 5-time Pro Bowler on social media of having an affair with his wife, who was a member of the Baltimore Ravens marching band at the time. The lawsuit filed in Mecklenburg County Superior Court is seeking more than $100,000.
I'm saying he got that marching band plus. Yeah.
Yo, stop, man. That's not,
she's an athlete too.
This is
filed in Mecklenburg County Superior Court is
you can't sue you in the
look at Cam Newton. That's Cam Newton right there.
Right.
Seeking more than $100,000 in damages under an obscure state law known as the alienation of affection. So joining us now to break down what this all means is our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes. Alienation of affection.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of that before. What state is this?
Pick one of them bald face. Pick one of your friends from your tribe.
Yo, he's not from no... Yeah,
That's
he got
not a
fresh
term
bean, though. Brother got fresh. His joint shining, too. We see you, baby. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, you don't hear it a lot,
Keep
but
it
in law
clean.
school, this is one that got a lot of laughs in the classroom. You start talking about, wait, there's a law where you can bring a lawsuit against someone. It's a
He like a little Magic Johnson. Pause.
tort. This is like, for a negligence claim is, breach, duty, causation, and damages. Well, this is the exact same way. It has its elements, and it's not a criminal action. It's a civil action. So this person is seeking money. What you're attempting to say is, was there a valid marriage? That's how you have to prove it. Okay, these folks were clearly married. Did it create some alienation? Did they have that genuine affection for one another? So if a person or two people were separated, living in a house together, they get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and they start dating, well, you can't have this type of claim. Because we were separated, we had no genuine affection. And this is really trying to get into the weeds and be able to show, was there a relationship, and have you come and broken up this marital relationship? This is a contract. And so now you've come in and you've breached this contract that these two people have come together.
That's right. He's breaching stuff.
So what if
I'm trying to breach these hoes.
No, son. So,
Yeah.
So if instead of it being Stephen, I said Stephen A. Smith. Steve Smith.
Right.
What if he was a Dunkin' Donuts worker that broke up this man's marriage? Would he still sue him for $100,000?
Yeah, he's suing for a punch in the face. That's what they need to start. They didn't let a nigga sue you for a punch in the mouth.
What if
nigga,
dude drove a trash truck and he broke up his marriage?
I get the haul off and punch you in your mouth, yo. That's a
All right, we'll punch Steve Smith in the mouth.
Nah, he ain't trying to do that.
Oh, now he want cop and do
While he loose?
While he
No, you
uptown?
gotta stay still. You gotta
Hey, athlete.
for real. You should be able to sue a nigga for a punch in the mouth if he
I don't know, man.
if he breach your contract.
What happens
if your
is
lady
like,
get breached.
back to a lick. This is an easy lick. Dude broke up he didn't break up his marriage. His wife was willingly having an affair with a professional athlete.
She a grown cheerleader.
I'm trying to clean it up, man. Right, she a grown cheerleader.
It
wasn't like he forced
If you
himself
married
on
to
a
a
woman.
grown cheerleader and you not an athlete, what you think she doing? She a cheerleader.
Yeah,
She a cheer. She
So
supposed,
why is he trying to
she
sue
supposed
this
to
man?
cheer for this dude. That's her job.
Yeah, but why
To
is he
cheer
suing
for
him for $100,000 though? Because he broke up his marriage? Because she broke up the marriage? He should be suing her.
Right? Yeah, for real.
Come on, man.
For real. He just doing his job. He just you know what I'm saying?
Laying that
For America.
wood.
and taken in the courts. And so because you breached that, we'll give them a legal remedy on how to fix your breach. The other option would be for the person to take it in his own hands and say, okay, I'm going to go after this other person. Well, society, we don't want that to happen. And so when the drafters of our laws created this, it's like, well, how do we avoid this confrontation? We can have a confrontation in court. That's the clearest way that you can have the
What he look like, son?
That's crazy.
What he look like, son?
You heard what I say? Like a little Magic Johnson.
Oh, stupid.
That's all in the same sentence.
Without the
No, Magic is strong, and that's neither here nor there. Yeah, nigga.
Magic strong. Go ahead, man.
All right. But yeah. I'm joking and kidding and stuff. First of
That's
all,
not funny. This is
keep it
not
real with you, dude. Once again, talking about how you change as a man. I ain't hit nobody's wife, son.
Nah. Respect. Yeah. Man's wife is off limits.
I don't even like the
How many
idea.
other women out here, man?
Yeah, I don't even like the idea of creeping and on somebody. Like I used to be, that type of a dude, but like now it's a little gross to me. I'm be keeping honest with you. I ain't trying to fuck behind nobody.
Respect. Nah. I understand. Yeah, respect.
You know what I'm saying? I got my baby and all that, but I'm just saying, even if I was just like loose in the streets,
Yeah.
I ain't trying to fuck behind nobody. That's
That
fucking gross,
comes
nigga.
with maturity, though. Son.
Out of here, nigga. I'm me. You can't
Yeah,
fuck
nigga.
him, then me.
I don't know. Well, you got some dudes, they built for that. They don't care.
Then you gonna try to sue a nigga later? Like I ain't got time for this shit.
Right.
I'm gonna breach that shit, nigga.
Right. Nah, he
She
sued
getting
him
breached.
because the audio came out and was like, damn, he is shipping her, he breaking her off.
Right.
Man, like, God damn,
Getting
this
breached.
nigga's
I
a
ain't gonna do all
savage.
this stuff with
Right, I
some
ain't
lady,
can't
and
perform.
then she go let this other nigga. Anyway, that's just me personally. But I do like I said, I'm joking about all that other stuff, but I do think this is kind of crazy, man. I don't know. So he gets to sue him because it's not his contract. Like you said, it's the contract between you and your wife.
No doubt.
How the fuck? What if she lied to me?
I don't know, son.
I never signed nothing.
Well, I mean, he's an easy target. He's an analyst. He's on TV. He was in the league, so he got a couple of dollars. So I'm gonna hit him where it hurts. Like you see, he's not gonna hit him in the mouth. He ain't gonna punch him in the mouth.
No, that's what you see.
I hit him in the wallet.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think if it's gonna be a thing, it should be between the marriage or the coupling or whatever the law is written, but not to the outside party, nigga. You just, you know what I'm saying? And that goes the same way if it was a man. She can't sue the woman. That lady just fuck with some dude. She don't know. She ain't signed no paperwork. She don't live with him. Man. I don't know. Let's finish this up and keep it moving.
This one playing out.
So proving feelings, proving there was love or affection in this marriage. Does they also have to prove that the third party had malicious intent or had any kind of objective?
Don't have to prove intent, just have to prove that it alienated this other person. And so if you can prove that I had...
Even with no intent?
Still, man.
What if he ain't know?
His wife cheated.
That's crazy to just prove that person was alienated. So you can get what do they call it? A
kickback.
No. The charge could be what's the shit when you can't you didn't mean to. You could be negligent. You can be negligent. Negligent fucking. It
was unintentional.
You know what I'm saying? You were slinging negligent wood. Is that what's happening?
You slinging intentional wood.
Right.
You gonna get this?
Like, this wasn't premeditated. Like, that's just a crazy thing to even have to not factor in whether or not you should prove intent. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
So that means even if he didn't know,
son, anyway there's a lawsuit. I'm quite sure it varies in different states. Evidently in this state they have a law set up, what is called alienation of affection lawsuit.
It's called a home wrecker suit.
Hey baby, I've never heard
home wrecker. The home wrecker.
That's my personal. You're right. That's my personal.
What state is that? Is that North Carolina?
Maybe.
A valid marriage. If you can prove that we had some genuine affection, and now you've inserted your person as this third party, third wheel into our two-wheel bicycle now. At
all whites.
Except for him, right.
End of the day.
Oh, that's probably just had a golf course or something. I thought that was the family of the girl or something.
Is that the white woman right there? I think she is.
No, I don't think she's done. I think this is just a random.
Yeah, but she is
random footage.
Yeah, she is.
The NFL players probably.
Now you have opened up yourself for liability. Now I have to just prove that I have been alienated. Now I am the third person on the outside looking in. Right. And because I'm on the outside, you owe me something for that. Typically that something is money.
Does that third party have to be someone who is also seeking some kind of romantic entanglement here? Or if someone's mom says, I think your husband's a bum, could they then go sue and say you alienated her affections towards
No, it has to be more where there has to be an intimate relationship where they have now made that relationship diminish. So in your scenario, you're saying that person just made a negative comment about the spouse and now the spouse no longer likes or looks at them. No, there has to be some.
That's kind of on the lines of, I think it was China or Korea somewhere. A guy married a woman. She was a beautiful woman. Come to find out she had a lot of plastic surgery done. They had a child. The baby turned out
ugly. Came out with like
I was going to say unattractive.
Damn,
I was going to say
she had a lot of wild stuff. So you had to cut up and make her,
and he sued her. And he's come on, son. We try to keep it clean, man. And he sued the lady. He won. He won for like a couple mil.
Like, look at my daughter. Look at this child.
Son, that's an Indian accent.
What you said they was?
I think they.
You meant they was feathers?
No, man.
I don't know what an Indian.
Cut it out, man. Everything is not a joke. I'm just trying to say the similarities. Forget it. Because you want to turn into something else, man.
No.
What I'm saying is, it's kind of on that. They have lawsuits for anything, man. You be sued for anything these
So he was
days.
just like, what he was? He was a regular man? What he was?
Nah, the dude, his wife.
What kind of person he was, though?
I think he was Korean or Chinese. He was Chinese. He was Chinese or something like that. But he was from that hue. You know what I mean?
Okay,
and his wife gave birth, and he said, and the baby wasn't attractive. Man, stop playing, man. The baby wasn't attractive, and he sued her because he thought that his child was going to turn out a certain way. But come to find, all that was
Very ugly
false.
face.
God damn it. It's not what he said, man. I don't know. He might
Very ugly face.
Oh, I want to
I
lost.
can see you talking to the fucking judge.
No, you, man. Everything with you is visual.
This
Don't.
bullshit. Yo. All right.
They know I'm looking in the crib and I'm like,
Baby
this,
sitting there
man.
cross-eyed and shit. He's like, look at this. Why ain't just fix the baby? You gonna try to sue her?
He gonna do cosmetic surgery to the baby.
Well, wait till they, you know what I'm saying? First of all, babies come out weird sometimes, yo. You know what I'm saying? Wait till they straighten out.
True.
It's like when you get like a beach ball or something like that, look like a little duck, and it come out the box.
No, we don't.
You gotta wait till it fill up with air.
Damn it. Like
they smooth out.
No,
like, oh.
the old saying is ugly babies grow up to be attractive adults, and vice versa. Like you have a cute baby, like
that shit ain't work out.
You be ugly. When you get old, you be ugly as hell.
Some niggas don't work out.
Well,
Remember, you know what I'm about to say.
Don't whatever it is, son. Don't, because you know we live. Go ahead, man. Let this rock so we can hear with the brother, man. Matthew Johnson nephew.
Intimate. These are really called these heart balm statutes where it's based on love and it's based on that relationship that's being deteriorated because of some other relationship, you know, like adultery or something like that. That's the vein that this is in.
In these prior cases, this can be very costly. We're talking millions.
I think they're trying to get people not to
cheat.
No, not to kill.
Right, a spouse. No, I don't think that's it.
You be like, I what?
Do I think that this is a deterrent? No, it's not. People gonna have sex.
It's a reward for not wilding out when you got home.
No, that's not what this is, man.
It's like you do, listen. You can sue them.
Right.
How about that?
Right. Before you take it any further. Right. It's called a crime of passion.
Right. So they like, don't snap.
Right. And don't run over there and don't run up on Steven Smith because he might whip your ass.
Don't do that neither. Don't do
this little dude like
it can be bad in so many ways. How about you just sue him?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that's what it is. Because motherfucker needs some satisfaction after that.
So you need something. So cut him a check for $100,000.
Right.
Cut him a check for $100,000. Leave her alone. They might still be together.
Right. Might be a honeypot plan. Might be what happened to Shannon Sharp.
Right. What?
Set him up.
All right. What's the next one? Man? What's the next one?
I ain't think enough for that. All right. What else we got?
I don't know. He did the twerk and Lululemon. That's your man.
They got a new accuser, a whole new lady. A whole new lady for Shannon Sharp.
Shannon, another one?
Whole new lady.
Another one.
Michelle.
Bro.
You mean Michelle? This is Michelle.
She a lady. But she don't let the age kick in. You gotta.
This happened in '87.
Yeah, you gotta report while you still hot.
They did that with Bill Cosby though. These bros came out the woodwork from the '60s to '70s.
Yeah. But
so is it a statute of limitations?
But that's not. But they show old pictures of her. They showing the regular her now.
What she look like now?
Just like Donald Trump accused it. That's how Donald Trump beat it. Yeah, he's like, look at her.
Right. I wouldn't have sex with that anyway. I wouldn't touch her with a
Right.
And that wasn't help. But it's Trump.
Right.
Shannon Sharp is not Trump.
Shannon Sharp not Trump.
He not Trump.
They trying to discredit her. They trying to say.
All right, let's see it, man.
I don't know, but this one sounds a little bit more believable.
Who told you? This
we'll see. We're going back to. We're taking it back to our real correspondent and actual newsman, Mr. Poetic Flacco. Everybody, the name of this video is Mic Check.
1, 2.
All right, the name of this video is New Accuser reveals new info that will end Shannon Sharp's career.
They on your man.
Interviewed.
Heels.
You said what?
They on his heels, son.
Yeah, they on his ass.
This dropped an expose on Shannon Sharp dropped this morning with Michelle Evans. She's the lady who made the accusations against Shannon Sharp in 2010. So it's been more than a.
So she been said it.
It's 15 years ago.
Yeah, she been said it.
Decade, and this chick is still trying to tear down Shannon Sharp, bruh. It's personal for her. Now, she will start off the interview, though, being completely honest. Now, this is where she won a lot of people over, is she was honest about her faults while also accusing Shannon Sharp of others, right? So she starts off by admitting that she was married and she cheated on her husband with Shannon Sharp.
It was.
God damn. I mean,
that's why I'm trying to warn you, son. So I'm trying to warn you. Be nice to this lady.
My bad, son.
Be nice to this lady. She's just
like
a lady.
The wicked twisted.
She just a lady.
Is she a lady?
She a lady, and she said she was cheating on her husband with Shannon Sharp. She's just being honest.
I don't peg her something to look at back in the day
She
either.
probably was, son.
I can't tell.
She probably was. She was nice. Let's be nice to her. All right, here we go. We're gonna take
Be
it
nice
easy.
to her.
We live, son. We can't.
How old is she? She might be 30.
She's same age as Shannon Sharp,
She's
nigga.
probably like 30, like 31.
She not. She the same age
Life
as
was
Shannon Sharp.
rough.
She mid-50s.
Rough around the edges.
It's just,
all right.
And sunlight. Some people. There we go. All right. So she was cheating on her husband, but she's sorry about that. But that's not the point. Shannon Sharp still graped on her.
What? The biggest argument that we ever got in.
So she starts off by admitting that she was married and she cheated on her husband with Shannon Sharp.
It was the biggest argument that we ever got in. And he was controlling, he was domineering,
She can barely get it out, so
she looked like a white poetic Flocko, an old white poetic Flocko with a bit.
Let her get her pain out.
My
son.
bad.
God damn.
My bad, son.
Let the lady cry.
It's for what?
Her husband and Shannon Sharp and everything that happened to her. She said
15 years ago?
She's sad. It still hurts.
he was manhandling me before.
Manhandled her.
He's supposed to. As a man, you're supposed to manhandle a woman. What?
Son,
in the bed?
Son, take it easy.
Oh, all right.
Beforehand.
Shannon Sharp's ex Michelle Evans sued him in 2023, claiming he raped her during their relationship.
Good job.
The suit came to light again last month after Shannon was sued for $50 million by a second woman who also claims he raped her. Sharp was denied all the claims in both lawsuits. Okay, so this is 2023. She said this. So it wasn't only back in.
No, she sued him in 2023. You saying this happened years
but
ago?
Now she's like, I ain't getting no money, but brought her to pop up.
Right. All she got was a gift.
Right. I'm out here aging.
Right. All she got was a goddamn.
This bitch still hot. I was trying to
a taco meal.
Right. I lost my husband and everything. Right. Anyway, here we go.
We met in actually the press room at the Broncos, April of 2002. And, but we didn't start talking until we met up at a club at Blue 67 in Denver. I don't know if anyone is listening from Denver, but yeah,
what a tooth at.
We were at a club at the same time. We didn't go together. We just happened to both be there. And so.
So you gotta be nicest lady.
Where that tooth go at though? She got that.
She had a rough life. She also, I think
no,
she did.
If that was a picture of holding the microphone,
I think she did a few drugs since then. I think.
All right, let's see if
and
we
it's
can see a
probably
picture of her back in the
all
day.
because of the graping on. You know what I mean?
Nah, nigga, this called hitting the wall.
I'm telling you,
hitting the wall is a real thing. That's a Kevin Samuels. This is a clear case of Kevin Samuels. Shout out to the Godfather. We watching it. Come on, let's go. Red pill.
The graping messed up her mind.
Let's go.
And she's.
Let's see it.
Talking to me, and he started pursuing me pretty heavily from then on. I resisted for a while because, I was a reporter, and I didn't want to mix the two.
No, go ahead, let it rock.
But he's very charming.
It's a challenge to keep my personal thoughts about her as a person and her character out of this situation.
You sound like you.
Yeah, I'm wrong. My
she
bad.
hurting. She crying.
My bad. I retract some of what I said.
Because it don't really matter. Bad people get violated all the time, and that don't mean their violation didn't happen just because.
Right.
I'm not saying anything, son. I said enough. I ain't shooting at nobody.
Lucas can get great. You can steal out of convenience store.
Nobody said anything like that, man.
Because they're a bad person, right? But she's about to explain how she cheated on her husband. But when I hear her say, he pursued me for a very long time aggressively, but I really wasn't considering it because I was a reporter and I didn't want to mix the two. I'm like, hold on, bro. So you being a reporter was what was stopping you initially from sleeping with this man?
Not the fact that she's married.
Not just the fact you had a husband at the house.
Right.
Because I was a reporter. I didn't want to mess up my career, my reputation.
It wasn't the fact that you were a married woman. It wasn't the fact that you took an oath under God. in good health. It wasn't the fact that you walked down the altar and swore to God that this was going to be your partner for life. It wasn't that. It was you being a report.
Where my red pill at, man?
That shows me that is.
So what? She's still sad.
Okay.
None of that doesn't mean.
I want to see the
None
old
of
picture.
that means.
I want to see the old picture of her. Was that the old picture? That lady holding the microphone. Was that a picture?
She was a newscaster. Ain't no ugly newscasters. It don't. Not a lady.
That's not true.
Not a lady.
I've seen a few.
Lady
I've
can't
seen a
get that
few.
job.
What's the lady with the yellow eyes?
What?
The lady with the
like jaundice?
Yes.
Like
yes.
Hepatitis.
Lady right here, bruh. Morals, integrity probably isn't her strong suit. But that still doesn't mean this didn't happen to her. So I'm not going to discredit her. I'm going to listen some more.
And we dated.
What they said? That was real quick.
That still doesn't mean this didn't happen to her. So I'm not going to discredit her. I'm going to listen some more.
Pause.
Viewers may find the detailed content of the rest of the interview triggering. Oh, it's not.
Okay.
And we dated until the 2010 incident. And
grapes.
And it came to abrupt end because I wanted, we were arguing and he was threatening me and stuff like that after, but I didn't see him again after he raped me.
What led up to that fight, that 2010 fight that you guys, I know that
$5,000.
that the argument ensued first.
He didn't give her the money. She probably needed the money for a car note and some other stuff. Her and her husband was going out of town. She needed the money. They got into an argument, and then that's what it was.
No,
I'm painting a picture.
Because she wouldn't leave. He took it.
Oh, that's
he
what
jumped out the bushes and took it.
Nobody said he jumped out.
Where he allegedly raped you.
The argument was about the fact that he had removed one girl from his house and put another girl in his house and didn't tell me.
So what? You're married. Wasn't she married?
Don't you hate when that happens?
My bad.
Girl got somebody and you be mad. Why are you with?
I don't know, man. Like you said, we're listening. This is a no judgment zone. We're not judging her.
Right, we're not judging her.
Nothing have. Sorry.
Nothing takes away from the graping, son. And
what?
After that, her life.
She said the argument came after he removed one woman from his home and put another woman in his home while she was sleeping with him with her husband. She had she had a husband. Her side is.
So what? He still, even after all that, he jumped out and he raped on her.
And he had asked me to break up with my husband at the time. We were just dating. So I was dating Shannon and my husband at the same time. Shannon asked me to break up with my husband.
Is that the one he was talking about? He paid for the divorce? Remember, Shannon? It's a story Shannon Sharp be telling about that he was with a woman and he wanted her so bad that he paid for the divorce. And I think he said they didn't get it or something like that too.
I don't know that. I never heard that before, man.
This is why we was talking about before. Shannon Sharp can't say nothing no more. Every conversation will be analyzed.
Yeah, they are digging in the crates on his ass, buddy. This is
And I don't recall for sure, but I think I did. And so it's like, wait a minute, you want me to be with just you, but you want to move somebody into your house and not even tell me?
Right.
So that's what it stemmed from. He's not a faithful person, so I wasn't going to be faithful to a non-faithful person.
The part where he forced himself upon her.
He was a non-faithful person. She wasn't faithful. She had a husband.
Oh, yeah, right.
Come on,
we
man.
Understand.
Where's Kevin Samuels?
But what's that got to do with the graping? That don't mean that she wasn't raped.
Why you keep going back to that?
Because that's what the point. Let's not lose focus. I'm trying to see if Shannon.
You sound like her attorney. You sound like her defense.
We're trying to evaluate whether or not Shannon Sharp is doing all this graping they talking about.
Come on, let's do it.
That's still up for a jury to decide. But do I believe that Shannon Sharp was acting tender with this chick? I do believe that Shannon Sharp was trying to keep her contained. Because Shannon Sharp, first off, he had no intentions of ever being monogamous with this woman, bro. Yo, bro, you left your husband for me. And she's even delusional to think that there was a possibility of you ever being monogamous.
Right, like he don't know.
With Shannon Sharp and eventually being Shannon Sharp's wife. If you cheated on your husband with me, a dude that you probably knew for about a week or two, you think that I'm about to take you seriously, I'm about to wife you up, cut it out. That's out the window. But what I do see with a lot of men,
but the box is good, so he try to keep her around.
She's describing Shannon Sharpe as one of these men. These dudes will know she's a bop, know that they have no intentions on ever wifing her. This chick is for recreational use only. But it's as if they brainwash themselves by playing the character, meaning they don't really love this chick or feel love for her, but they will play the delusional role to get them to think that, yo, you're mine, I need you to myself. But in actuality, Red, they really don't care, right? And they play that role to a point where...
No, it's an ego thing. Because you don't want to feel like you don't got it no more. That's all it is.
Right.
He just didn't want to feel like he ain't have her. He's like, no. No. That's niggas do that shit all the time. I've been there.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't even... Do you love her? No, not necessarily, but...
But I keep it close by.
Yeah, but the boss is good, and I don't like not having access. I can't think. I can't deal with the idea one day. I can't just grab up when I feel like it.
Yeah, that's my little piece.
Yeah. I think that's how he felt about it.
They convince themselves they care, and now this chick, they're treating this chick like a wifey type. You can't go out, you can't go to this party, you can't show certain things, you have to like you have to be monogamous to me. So in their brain, they know she's a bop. In their heart, they convince their heart this chick is for them. So, and I know this is probably Shannon Sharpe's character because of the other lawsuit when that chick, who is a supreme bop, that chick is like a bopinator. She said Shannon Sharpe was controlling, Shannon Sharpe was love bombing her, Shannon Sharpe. So Shannon Sharpe is a tender guy, bruh. In situations.
Tender love. Tender thug. I meant yo, man.
Just like this, where you're supposed to clap the bop cheeks and keep it pushing. You ain't supposed to act like you love the bop, bro. This is our.
He don't know how to do that.
No, he don't know how to differentiate.
I'm telling you, he green and hard, yo.
Listen. What a lot of people don't know, if you do, check Shannon Sharpe's story out, man. He come from the dirt poor backwoods.
We ain't had no outhouse.
No, seriously. Like, yo, they ain't had nothing. I'm like walking around, no shoes and socks.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Till he was like a teenager.
He used to shit in the woods like a deer.
Real talk. We joking, but that's real. He come from nothing. So for him to get some bread, have that attention, women liking him now and all that, and the notoriety, athleticism, the money, all that.
And apparently some things you never outgrow. That would make sense first few years in the league and all that other stuff. But Shannon Sharpe been Shannon Sharpe for much longer than he was poor.
No doubt.
At this point in his life. But that goes to show you certain psychological scars never go away.
Yeah, never go away.
Because he really, not saying that he should be like
on top of his game. Yeah.
With these women.
Just green.
But at some point you have to choose yourself.
No doubt.
It don't seem like he ever chooses himself.
Oh no, that I will not agree with, sir.
What,
I say that to say
yourself?
I watched the interview with Shannon Sharpe where he said, yeah, when it comes to his discipline of his physical and what he put into his temple and his body, Shannon Sharpe will tell you he ain't had a hamburger in 10 years.
Yeah, but I ain't
his workout regimen is crazy.
No.
So when you talk about putting yourself first, I'm talking about his physical. Oh, Shannon Sharpe is a stud.
I'm talking about so far as it comes to interacting with women.
That's different. That's a whole different subject. That's a whole different.
You're
category.
Shannon Sharpe. If this isn't your wife or the woman you've chosen,
yeah, but was he married?
Why is you act?
Was he married before?
That nigga was married or whatever. But I'm just saying, if this ain't your wife, what is you tripping about in any way, shape, or form?
Right.
Any kind of control or whatever. You Shannon Sharpe, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Outrageous.
It just doesn't work that way.
Replace her.
Not for me anyway.
No doubt. You know what I'm saying? Replace her over, you know what I mean?
You tell us
It doesn't
just
say here
broadly. I
Shannon
know
Sharpe
it's
was
probably
married before. It just says Shannon Sharpe's wife. Did you show his kids? Shannon Sharpe.
He said he was with a black lady for a long time. He was with.
Maybe that's why he turned to the snowflakes.
You think he just switched?
painful to relive this situation, but can you tell us generally what happened that day?
It was fighting, and usually we fought on the phone and not in person. So
was the husband close by? When she fought, was her husband close by? Was he in the house, or she went out to the garage? Yeah, maybe she went in the basement and fought with him. Hold on.
You know he's here.
It was the biggest argument that we ever got in. And he was he was controlling, he was domineering, he was manhandling me beforehand, and he wanted to have sex, and I told him no. I told him no, because you gave it to somebody else. I didn't only tell him no, I told him why. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. So he overpowered me, put me to my knees, put his penis in my mouth. And after he got enough of that, he put me on the bed. And, this was all a struggle. So I had said no. And I said no, even though I was thinking that. And so I
don't know. I might believe this one.
Yeah, if this is so, this is terrible.
I'm gonna tell you why. Thing. I think he's one of them over aggressive dudes, and I think he thought he was doing makeup sex. I think in his mind,
I don't know what he thought, but if what she's saying is true, he was wrong.
Yeah. I think he type of nigga. I think he thought that was. Come here, girl. She like, no, nigga, I don't fuck with you no more.
What do you think? I can't
was
call it.
The hardest.
That's just my initial reaction when I hear the story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is too hard.
But I'll also say this. I don't know how to say this without going. Without bringing the algorithm down. No, I gotta say this.
We don't want.
I gotta say this.
We want the smoke, but we don't want that kind of smoke. Go ahead, say it.
I believe he may have done that. Right. Mm-hmm. I also believe. She not as hurt as she say she is. All right, I'm just saying.
Well, son, that's your personal perception.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we don't mean nothing by it. It's what it is.
You understand what I'm saying, though?
I do. I mean, like I think this is a married woman.
I think all that crying and stuff is an act.
Come on, man.
Because the reason I'm saying that now, I'm not. What he did is wrong, and he should be punished for it. If this is true, he should be punished for it. The whole thing. But what I'm saying is. She slept with him every day on regulars. So bad that she would cheat on her man and do it to this man.
And be emotionally attached that he moved another woman in and she got crazy. She got vexed.
Right. Yes.
She was upset.
Right.
What you care? You got a whole relationship. You got a whole marriage over here.
Yes.
What you care what he do at his house?
Now, we already heard stories or whatever of how Shannon get down. Or how they get down or whatever. We can't assume that that's how he was in this particular relationship.
Right.
But I'm just saying it is possible. I don't think it's crazy to think that he may have done that. But I also don't think she was that kind of mad. I think she was mad I can't really explain it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I think she was mad like.
You can't explain it on camera.
Yeah.
That's what you mean. I heard you. I've heard you before, so you get raw. We can't be raw, right? We're live right now.
We're live right now, and I just I think she mad, but not like that.
Got you. Leave it alone.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
you better pray they don't try to do you like Diddy, bruh. Because this
like
is
Bill Cosby.
Once you start to get
you better pray they don't get him like Bill Cosby.
Yeah, they start getting him. Yeah.
To the range of 3, 4, 5. Now you have the U.S. Department Office, the DOJ is picking this up. Because the way she's talking, listen, unless she's just like a beautiful actor, bruh.
Nothing beautiful.
This sounds believable. And this
definitely sounds believable. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is coming from the guy who I automatically assume the worst when dealing with chicks like this, bro. Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of people were questioning Shannon Sharp taste, saying, yo, bro, you nasty, bro. This is your type? Imagine her 20, 30 years ago, right? She
man, that's a lot of miles.
No, I want to see her 20, 30 years ago.
Clearly looked a little different, all right? So, again, she was probably a hottie back in her times. But, yeah, she sound, yo, I don't get a liar from watching this. Trust me, I'm able to spot BS even. I don't get liar from watching this. But this chick is also a convict. She's also a felon. So she could be very convincing. And I could just...
You saw that, when you see that side tooth, you know you're a felon. Stop playing, man.
Is she a felon, son?
No, she a felon.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
be a sucker. I could just be green. I'm not rolling out that possibility, bro. Because apparently she did like 3 years in jail for trying to kill her husband. to be with Shannon Sharp?
What?
So this.
What?
I told you. I could.
God damn.
Feel it. Now you gonna tell me she really was mad?
Yeah. She's shaky. This a
She
shaky
wasn't mad.
broad.
He might have did. He probably did do that. The more this story they had, yeah.
No, the moral to the story is if the husband came out of this unscathed, he dodged a bullet.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
If he came out of this, hopefully, because she tried to kill the man, or tried to delete the man, pardon me. If he is no longer dealing with her, he's the winner in this.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, if she was that obsessive over him, and then the same day that he moved somebody in, he took it. I'm not saying he should have took it. That's wrong. That's what it is.
She was with it. She might have been with it.
She's not as mad as right.
She's
Yeah,
not as innocent as.
Put it like
leading
this.
on.
When he took it, she moaned.
Stop, man. It's son. I told son, don't look, man. Keep it clean. Whatever.
I'm saying, I'm sure she cried and all that after.
But during. All right, come on.
Chick is
algorithm. I'm sorry, this is just my thoughts.
We don't want to travel in your thoughts,
She
kid.
seems
Go,
a
man.
bit toxic. That's all I'm saying.
a diabolical, morally bankrupt person. So she could be doing this all for money, all for clout, all to ruin Shannon Sharp's life because her life went down the rabbit hole. But still,
I don't think it's that. I think it's convenient, like the juvenile correctional facility
In Maryland.
in Maryland thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes ain't doing it for money, but you know what I'm saying?
But I just can't spot a liar when I hear this story. You know? Now, she would explain how after things happened, Shannon Sharp promised to ruin her life, and that's why she didn't go to the police initially.
I remember he got dressed and he knew what he did. And so, you know, I just kind of escorted him out the door. And
I believe it.
I don't. Listen to what she just, listen to the story. He forced himself on her, right? Forced himself in her mouth and all that, whatever else she said.
A woman ain't gonna allow you to force it in her mouth. Not without a motherfucking knife.
And then after all of that was said
how can
and
you even
done-
do that?
Oh, and then after all of that was said and done, she escorted him to the door. Why didn't she do that before? Why didn't she do that before?
I'm telling you, it wasn't like that. It was a no, but a yes, but a no. No, it probably wasn't no. It's probably a real no, right? But they get down like that, and I'm telling you, she wasn't. It was one of them. It was one of them humiliated. She still felt terrible.
How about this? We weren't there.
We don't know. I'm just telling you.
We don't know.
What I
allegedly.
Think. What I think it was one of them things she
It's
did
a
not.
dark mark. What you think?
Huh?
We don't know, man. This is a dark mark. What you think? Don't say that.
I'm saying she didn't want to do it to him right.
We
then
feel
and
sorry
there.
for the lady.
But it is some part of her. I don't know. I'm not. Let me just.
and then he,
I ain't say a full sentence about nothing terrible.
I hope not. You gotta go back and look at this.
I'm not thinking y'all getting where I'm coming from. Yo. I'm never on the side of grapes.
I wasn't going to do anything about it. You know, sometimes when you're with the person for a long time, it's hard for you to realize that they're being the perpetrator, even though you.
Exactly.
She been with him for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Not looking at him necessarily as a perpetrator.
Right. So when he was perpetrating, she was like, "Am I being perpetrated? Damn, what? Like I hate him, but this is the last time." That's what she was saying in her head.
You know it, you don't want to admit it, and there's so much going through your mind. But then he started coming at me.
She looked like that dude from the Grateful Dead. What's the lead singer of the Grateful Dead?
If I tell anybody, you know, he'll use everybody he knows to destroy me, which he basically has. And then he started making other threats against my life, threats. You know, he just was so worried that it would get out, and I wasn't going to do anything. But when he kept calling me at work, and when he kept
About that, now this makes me feel like the whole thing was different now. Cause she's saying he called her up like about that. I thought he was calling like trying to get her back.
you know, just very aggressively behaving, and I could see it wasn't going to go away. And he said he was going to destroy me and he was going to kill me, and he told me he was watching me, and all that. I just went and got a protective order. I'd had enough.
Wow.
And unfortunately, shortly after, he doxed me and my address got out.
Jerry Garcia.
And I had somebody.
She's like Jerry Garcia in the face.
Okay.
We stopped by my apartment, which had a door that led right to the side. It was basically on the sidewalk. And somebody came up to my door and said, "Shut up," and screamed it at the top of their lungs.
Right.
And I had my daughter.
She said she got doxxed, and people start coming around her house.
In there, right there. And I was like,
to harass her.
Oh, no. And so I went in and I dropped it because also at my house, not my apartment, my house, at my house, I'm
of the belief if someone makes an accusation against another person, they got to attach their identity to it. I don't think it's fair that you can make the accusation anonymous and then have that person fight it in public.
That's true. I agree with that.
It's not fair at all because what's stopping someone for making any baseless accusation than hiding behind being anonymous and then watching it play out? It's not fair at all. So when she says doxing, is doxing like really doxing when all you're doing is making the identity of the person who's accusing you of heinous crimes public? So she claims that's why she dropped the case against Shannon Sharpe was because she was receiving threats, et cetera, et cetera. Now, she would say after dropping the case that it encouraged her to come back out public and to file a lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe because according to her, she was editing because she was like the person who did clips for ESPN, which is how her and Shannon Sharpe met. So apparently Shannon Sharpe was doing a podcast or doing a show at the time with ESPN or with somebody, or he was being interviewed. And while she was cutting up the clip, she heard Shannon Sharpe speaking about the situation and her accusing him of something. And the manner in which he spoke about it pissed her off so much that she left there and went straight to go file a case against Shannon Sharpe.
Somebody came to my house and sat out front of in the driveway while my daughter was there alone. Someone came to my house, someone came to my apartment, and after my daughter called me, that's when I went straight there.
So after you rescinded the restraining order, was there any other weird stuff, or did it kind of just die down?
It died down. I tried to move on with my life. We may have talked, I think.
Why did she rescind the restraining order?
They didn't say yet.
Once or twice. But then he started going on television. He came to my job, Turner Broadcasting, went on TV at CNN, and it was my job to put the videos from up to YouTube for CNN. That was part of my job. So I'm putting up this video, and here I see Shannon at my job talking about domestic violence, and the co-host mentioned that, oh, you had one that was just totally dropped, made it look like the police dropped it, not that I had gone down and withdrawn it. It created a picture that wasn't accurate. And that was a very hostile work environment.
I'm going to ask something that might be a little sensitive or might sound insensitive, I should say. But I'm going to go ahead and ask it because it's a question that I'm sure people are wondering. Why didn't you file a police report when he raped you?
Because
Right. That's what I was trying. I was like, I thought when she said she went right down there, I'm like, down there to the police?
Was scared for my life. He said he would use it. Everybody he knows, and he knows lots of police officers. So I didn't know that if I went down there, that would be one of the people that he knows.
But you went and got a restraining order.
True.
Might as well take this kit while you at it.
Might as well.
I mean, I don't think that's saying she a liar, but that's just it's not a sensible thing. It don't make sense.
Atlanta has a problem with corruption down there, and I was too scared to go to the police because when this happens, you're in a trauma mindset.
The unfortunate part for Shannon Sharpe is that he can't really react to this because he came out so strong initially against one chick, dropped her name, dropped her identity, and really went at it for like a week span, and he got criticized for it. People really criticized him for it, and I'm sure ESPN was not happy about it. So because right now he's in a position where if he responds, it's going to be seen as, is going to be seen as he's bullying these chicks. He's trying to dox them. He's being too reactive. He's guilty. So because he already used up his one response card or his vocal card, he now has to sit back as people like this do interviews accusing him of the worst thing in the world. And I'm sure it's not going to stop here, bro.
Yeah.
These two chicks are not going to be the last two, bro.
No.
There's going to be more.
Right.
And we'll
when
be
you
here to cover
incentivize
Right.
people in this.
And we will be here to cover it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We can't wait. All right, let's see. We got a couple more on deck.
What else you got, son?
Oh, this something. Y'all want some racism?
They don't want racism.
Mic check.
1, 2.
White mom calls black Fabio N-word for allegedly taking son's toy. Confronted. This got kids in it. I'm gonna have to do this when nobody's around. For real, because YouTube is real funny about
kids.
The rules when it's, and if they cuss at the kids or something like that, that might be an issue. So I'm gonna pass on that one for the time.
Dang. We could have did that one too.
All right. Shannon Sharp. We just did a Shannon Sharp.
No, go back. Let me see what was the title on that. Shannon Sharp, former colleagues call him out for barely legal ex with accuser. Next.
It's an even new one. It's Ebony K. Williams. You know that lady.
Oh yeah, we know her. Oh, that's your man right here.
All right, this comes from The Art of Dialogue. The title of this video is Dr. Umar exposes Hollywood's attempt to sabotage the movie Sinners and reveals the truth about the movie.
Does he talk about his daughter in this?
No, he don't talk about her.
Have you seen the movie Sinners? How you feel about it? I know a lot of people talking about it.
I give the movie Sinners an A++ grade. I want every African to go and see this movie, rush to the theaters, just like we did for Black Panther. From what I've learned, Art, this movie Sinners, produced by Ryan Coogler and his beautiful African queen, and of course starring our good brother Michael B. Jordan. Delroy Lindo is in there, one of my favorite actors. This movie Sinners is the first horror movie to get an A rating on certain movie review platforms. Some are saying it's the highest rated horror movie ever. And for it to be a Black movie, I'm proud of that. The movie Sinners, Art, although it is a fictional movie, tells a very non-fictional truth. In this movie, you have the coming together of ancestral protection, demonic possession, the wages of sin equaling death, and the role of the chosen one. And I'm going to talk about the themes and try not to give too much of the movie away because you haven't seen it and many of your viewers may not have seen it.
Yeah, I ain't seen the movie yet. You saw it?
No, but I really do want to go see it though.
Yeah, I'm interested in it.
All black cast, is black director and all that, I believe.
Right. Yeah. Ryan Coogler. He's got a real interesting story in and of itself. I'm hearing good things about the movie. But I'll see. I just always find it so weird when we find time to we all get on the same page for the strangest things. That's all I'm saying. It's a lot more important things than.
So what you saying? It's just a black thing?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not. I like the idea of us coming out to support the brother, right? Come support this black man.
Forget all that. Is it a good film? That's the question mark. If it's trash, I don't want to see it.
What I'm saying is there's so many other things we need to be running around trying to support. And we spend a whole lot of time. Like if it's a new movie or something, sure. Stop the Violence Project. We can't get on the same page for some shit like that. All I'm saying is the number one problem in the black community is the violence and murder amongst black men and boys.
No doubt.
All right. That's what I'm saying. I just never lose focus of that when I hear people like Umar speak and everybody gets all black powery and stuff. And I'm like, yo, it's something else we need to be worrying about. We shouldn't even have none of these meetings until we talk about that.
No doubt.
Right, I'm going to stop.
No doubt. And shout out to y'all in the chat, man.
Yeah, shout out to the chat.
Shout out to Trace.
I've seen it twice already, and I'm going to see it again. Now, I could appreciate this movie very much, Art, because I am an initiated priest of the ancestors. And there's a sister in the movie who was the love interest to one of the two twins, played by Michael B. Jordan, Smoke and Stack. And I don't remember who was Smoke and who was Stack, but there was a chocolate sister, beautiful queen, who wore white. She was an ancestral priestess. And I only knew that because she had on an aleke, which is a neck chain, with the colors of the ancestors.
Never knew that. Aleke.
I know what an onk is.
I know, that's what I thought he was meaning, but he mean the chain itself, the beads.
Does he?
Or does he mean the long neck?
I don't know, man. I don't see it. How are we supposed to know?
Aleke. Shout out in the chat. Let me know what an aleke is.
Yeah, let us know.
So she was an ancestral priestess. And so basically what's going on in this movie is it is discussing the life of a chosen one, chosen by God to come to earth to do a divine work through his music. Through his music. The problem is he had gotten mixed up with the wrong crowd, Smoke and Stack, and others. And rather than using his music to liberate and elevate, he uses his music for people to party as they are feeding into their lusts and their lower flesh. And so, Sammy,
you do a little shimmy?
The chosen one, is an excellent guitar player. His father is a pastor of a church. Even though his father is a pastor, Art, he has the gift of divine sight. He can see his son's gift, but he can also see that his son doesn't know how to control that gift.
You're looking at the person
Algorithm down.
who was only told no for so long before I kind of forced them to say yeah.
That his son didn't have the spiritual discipline, Art, to protect his talent so evil forces wouldn't get a hold of it and manipulate it into his fall from divine favor. So in this movie, there are some evil Caucasian forces in this movie.
Ha ha! The evil
right.
Caucasian forces are coming to get you.
That's right up Umar alley.
Right. Hell yeah. He's trying to fight the evil Caucasian forces.
Yes.
That's what, so I should have known. I should have known.
Yeah.
I should have known.
Yeah,
when
that
you
was
hear
coming.
When you know you got black heroes and white villains, Umar is not very far away.
Ain't far away. That's right. Yeah.
I hear what he's saying. I enjoy a movie with a lot of nice symbolism in it.
I haven't been to the movies. I haven't been to a movie theater in years, son.
Really?
Yeah. When last time you went to a movie theater?
Maybe about 18 months, maybe a year,
Really?
something like that. Not too
No,
long
it's been
ago.
years. I'm pre-COVID.
You almost never go.
No, it's not that I almost never go. I just haven't gone before. You know, once COVID hit, they shut all the theaters. No, I haven't.
When I think about it, no, I even went during. Actually, it was a real good time to go to the movies.
You went to the movies during COVID?
I did everything. I ain't do nothing.
No mask, no nothing.
I ain't do nothing different
Son,
the whole
you-
pandemic.
You a goddamn Vikings.
Anything that was open, I was in there.
Smoking cigarettes.
This must be my lucky day.
It's nobody ain't had to pay for the ticket.
Everything was good. I ain't do nothing different.
Spirits of the left as compared to spirits of the right, which are the angels and the Loa, the Orisha, the Netters, so forth. And so what happens is because Smoke and Stack and Sammy the Chosen One are engaged in lower nature behavior by way of the nightclub that they opened up inside of an animal slaughterhouse owned by the KKK that they wasn't aware of. So anyhow, because they were operating on a low frequency, Art, they attracted low frequency energy, the Caucasian vampires.
I agree with him on that in a philosophical, metaphorical kind of a way.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? When you when you vibrate low,
you radiating that.
You attract lowly stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, facts.
The vampires could have never found them except for their frequency. What Ryan Coogler was trying to get us to understand is that our behavior as African people is either raising our frequency closer to the Creator or lowering our frequency closer to the spirits of evil, some call the devil.
Preach, Dr. Umar. Go ahead, preach. Boy. I might even give you $1 or something to you. Hey, in the chat, give me $1 so I can get a Dr. Umar.
For the school?
You give me a super chat. I promise I'll send it to Dr.
What's the name of the school, son?
The Sojourner Truth. Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, Felicia Rashad, Gregory Hines,
Terrell
Suggs, Danny Glover, School of Technology.
You stupid.
And some of us don't even realize that when we're having fun and enjoying ourselves, we're playing right into the hands of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
And in this movie, it shows you how when you are in pain, when you need to relax.
Yo, he preaching, yo. He preaching.
When you're looking for some pleasure or some joy art, you start entertaining behaviors that lower your frequency. You want to go and do what when you're not feeling good? I want to go get something to drink. I want to go smoke. I want to go listen to some music. I want to go dance and
do something freaky.
So in the nightclub art, this movie shows you how the behavior in the nightclub is not much different than the behavior of demonic forces during their rituals. In the black nightclub or any nightclub, what do you have? You have people lusting with each other, people dancing lustily with each other.
Drinking
you got
spirits.
people getting drunk. You got people getting high. You got people engaging in gossip and low.
That's why it's called wine and spirits. Right. You drink, you bring evil spirit, not evil, but is spirits.
And listen, I question, and this is why I don't agree with how we've changed the church. And I'm not necessarily a Christian man or whatever, but I am a spiritual person.
Respect.
And I just feel like if you don't live in a way that separates you from everybody else, what you doing?
Well, you can either live in the world or of the world.
Right. And I'm just saying, if this is your God, if you call yourself a Christian, if this is your God, and like, how the preacher doing everything everybody else is doing in the world?
Right. Right.
What are we getting from you? Where's my salvation?
The preacher pull up in front of the church in the Bentley bumping JD.
Right. Exactly. And just telling everybody, yeah, just do what you feel good as long as you come. Like, that's not.
As long as you pay your tithes.
Gotta be some rules to this stuff.
Frequency speech, and you got people listening to music that is not divine. Those same ingredients are what the devil uses.
Right. If you do everything the devil does, what's the difference? You know what I mean? Depending on how you look at the word devil, you know, however you interpret it. But I'm just saying the things that are low vibrational. If you do a bunch of low vibrational things, what do you expect to get?
To lure people into a trap and separate you from your soul. Delroy Lindo in the movie art, he says, there are certain musicians. He was talking about Sammy because Sammy was a chosen one, chosen to use his music for good, but he allowed evil spirits to manipulate him into using his music for evil. And so Delroy Lindo says certain musicians are born, art, with such talent that their music has the ability to pierce the veil between this world and the other world. See, we don't understand how powerful music is, art. What does the Bible say?
No doubt.
Right. And that's an interesting thing for him to say. Some have the ability for their music to pierce from this world to the other world. So if you take that into the metaphor of what he was saying as like low vibrational and evil things and all that, same thing goes with music. And let's say rap music, for instance.
Oh, no doubt.
It crosses the lines. People that don't even come from the hood or whatever you're talking about, they're able to get that vibe. And it goes both ways. Good music,
yes, sir.
Not good, but positive music can also,
right. And not to just single out rap music. But,
right. I'm just using that as a,
yes, sir.
we talk about black people and all
yes,
that type of stuff. But even so, like, listen, that's how you see people snap on a particular gospel song and just see the light one day. You understand what I'm saying? Like it can work. It can work both ways.
Music can very, very well dictate your tone. I know
it's a powerful thing.
Oh, no doubt. It can be soothing. It can be wow. You see them, they're in the thrash pits and all that, or it can be thought provoking. You know, music,
and that's also why I think our musicians and stuff that we also on top of that give so much praise need to realize the power they hold in their hands. Everybody like to be like, oh, that's just something that just happens. Oh, that's it's not. I don't have to raise your kids. That's one of the popular things people say. No, it needs to be.
I ain't a role model.
Then to say that is to deny the power of your music
or the power of what you're wielding.
Yeah. To so easily blow it off. You saying you don't have influence, and we know that's a lie.
The MC is master ceremony.
Yeah. So to say that to remove yourself from that responsibility is to say that your music is doing nothing at all, and it's clearly not the case.
No doubt.
All right, but anyway, let me go finish this up. This is our last
Beginning,
thing too.
There was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That is metaphorical symbolism art for the fact that everything created was created from sound and light. Everything in the universe comes from sound and light. So when you are a gifted musician, as Ryan Coogler was showing us in this movie, you either going to use your gift, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Prince, and all these greats, Donny Hathaway, and all these greats. You're going to use your music to serve the Lord. Or you're going to use your music to serve the devil. It can't be both ways. And when you get involved in these demonic systems, the music industry in particular,
no doubt,
you are lowering your frequency and you are giving the spirits that control that evil society the chance to come in,
access,
Diddy,
and isolate your soul. Isolate your soul from your mind and your consciousness. The body is alive, but the spirit is owned by the devil. In the Bible, it talks about sometimes you entertain people and didn't even realize you were entertaining angels. Well, the reverse is also true, Art. You can entertain people and not realize that you are entertaining the devil. And so Sammy's father wanted him to recognize that that guitar in his hand was an instrument of evil because of how he was allowing people to manipulate him into using it. And see, Smoke and Stack, the two brothers, they was engaged in so much criminal behavior, Art. And the Bible says what? I'm not a Christian, but I'm using the Bible because most of your listeners can relate to it. The Bible says the wages of sin are death, spiritual death in this life.
Deep.
Especially when you know better. It's gonna burn you up on the inside.
And so Smoke and Stack, by way of sin and always looking for money and making money by any means necessary, they invited those evil entities into their life, which ends up ultimately costing one of them their life.
Do you want more responses to your email?